This is 20 years I've been doing this every day of my life.
She said one thing to me that changed my whole life.
You're stronger than you think, and the future holds good things for you.
Our best days are to come.
Good morning. Welcome to the Growth Day Morning Show. So if this is your first time in the Growth Day community, welcome to you guys. Cheers. Good morning. Let's have some motivation and encouragement. Let's enter this week bold and strong. We got stuff to do, projects to build, people's lives to change. Yes. We've been talking in the Growth Day about momentum and about the power of choosing our attitude. And every day, if we work on our personal development, we start rewiring our brain for a different level of resilience and strength and focus and discipline and confidence, all the messages we've been talking about, because every day is a good day to grow.
Every day. And I love the theme for today, which is good things are to come. Good things are coming, right? And I think just living with that anticipation is so important. So important. I think everyone part of the morning show, just shifting that mindset even a little bit, or just that shifting that focus maybe around how good things are to come. There are morning walks, right? I go on a morning walk every day. A lot of days I don't want to, but I always say, I don't want to, but I get to, right? And I'm doing my morning walk. And I literally, some days I have to be super focused and go, my best days are yet to come. Like just that thought, right? On those days you feel like you're dragging through the day, or you're trying to just whatever, you're like, wait a minute, my best days are to come.
Yes.
And when you live in that anticipation and you just make the decision to believe it, I feel like how it energizes everything going on in the day, whatever it is, even if it's like a tough day or a great day, just living with that, anticipation. My best days are to come. That's something we can all do no matter where we're at. And I think it's true. Yes. I think it could be true for all of us, because our best days aren't dependent on even the circumstances around us necessarily, right? They're determined on how we summon our own joy and our own appreciation, our own gratitude, and our own aliveness. Our best days are to come.
Cheers on that. Let's go, people. Good morning, Growth Day community. I feel that's so huge. And I literally have up on this thing, and you guys hear me say it, every day almost in the Growth Day community, which is you're stronger than you think, and the future holds good things for you. I remember where I was when I wrote that line. And like a lot of things in personal development, we write things for ourselves. I was going through a brain injury at the time and recovering from that when I wrote that line. And it was just like, it was almost a mantra for myself. And then it became something I was saying in my videos, and then it took off on the internet. But it was like that part, the future holds good things for you. Yeah. It's like a spiritual promise, it's like this beautiful thing you can step in times in which you need hope. Yes. In times in which you feel discouraged and down. It's so easy to be like, this isn't happening in my life, or that's, not going on, or I haven't achieved this, or whatever it is, where, you feel a lack of connection with somebody. And then you go, oh my gosh, we've got a road ahead. There's a path ahead. There's years ahead. And when you can remember that, I feel that's so encouraging, when you can just remember there's so much goodness to come,
Yes.
So I love that. That's a great theme for today.
Even in the hard times. Yeah. One story to share on this that's super personal, but someone may need to hear it today. When I was building It Cosmetics, it was a 10-year journey of 100-hour weeks. And Paulo and I were also trying to start a family during this journey. And I was always kind of mindful not to bring personal stuff into the workplace. So, nobody knew. My assistant knew, that was it. But no one knew that we were going through fertility treatments and all kinds of stuff for almost a decade. And, it was a really tough season where I even had, pregnancies that didn't make it and all kinds of stuff. So that this was all going on. And I had this moment that wasn't expected that was life-changing. Somebody shared something with me that was life-changing, and I want to share it this morning. I was going to all this is going on in this, I was compartmentalizing all of the pain and all this stuff happening and just really trying to show up as a leader the best way I could for everyone else. And one of the things that I did as part of my job building this company was I would do press with a lot of the big magazines and the beauty magazines. So one day I got invited to this breakfast with the person who was heading Elle magazine at the time, the beauty director for Elle. And I was nervous, Brendon, because I'm like, what do I wear? I prefer sweats over like couture. Like, what do I wear? All the crazy thoughts I was having. I was like, you know what? At this point, I just got to go. You can't fake authenticity. Like, I'm going to fully show up as me, whatever. It's going to be great. She's going to love me or not, whatever. And so I show up to this breakfast, and it's just me and her together. And I thought we were going to talk about, beauty products and the industry and all those things. Somehow she ended up sharing with me her story of struggling to have a baby and this whole journey. And so I was really careful at first. Then I just shared with her in confidence, that I've been going through this for a number of years now. And she said one thing to me that changed my whole life. She said, I know it's hard. I know you want to give up. I know all those things. You feel like when your body's disappointing you, you feel almost betrayed by your own body. You have these expectations. You're supposed to be able to carry pregnancy, all that stuff. And she said to me, I want you to think about one thing. Your favorite person in the entire world is on their way to you. And you haven't even met them yet. She's like, think about this. You will have a baby one day somehow, whether it's through adoption or anything else. And she goes, you're going to meet your favorite person ever. Like, think about it in life. You haven't even met your favorite person yet. And I'm like, and so from that day forward, and this went on for years more of miscarriages, of all kinds of tough stuff that I went through, I would keep that seed of hope, of anticipation, of good things are to come, where I would just think, oh, but my favorite person, like I haven't even met my favorite person in my life yet. Like they're coming. And so the day my daughter Wonder was born, I was like, I met my favorite person. And now my daughter is 2.5. I have a son now too. He's 10 months. So I have to have two favorite, but like, she's my favorite person ever. But I remember it was years. I mean, I don't know how many years of living with that. Good things are to come. My favorite person's on the way, even when I didn't see a way. Even when I didn't see how it was going to happen or if it was going to happen, I made the decision to decide, even on the toughest days, my favorite person is on their way, right? So living with that expectation that great things are to come, it's not just on the days it's easy. It's on the days when it's hard, when our feelings are hurt, or when we feel betrayed, or when we don't see a way, or when somebody pulled out the rug from underneath us, or when we're doubting ourselves or whatever. Just like making that decision to live with that like anticipation that my best days are to come. I think that's so powerful.
Yes. I love that. Thank you for sharing that story too. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. And now just knowing your kids, it's like, oh my God, what a beautiful, what a beautiful story of trust and faith and time. And it's, it's also, we always want, we always hope everything turns out exactly when we want it. Yeah. And when you can step away from that need and just trust all things come together and align in the future in exactly the way that maybe you didn't design, but perhaps a creator smarter than you or bigger than us designed. You know what I mean? Like I just have so much, there's a humility and trust that I love. I know many of you guys are going in a huge week, right? You've got all these things you need to accomplish. And we always talk about Friday finishers. I got a post the other day. I was like, Brendon, what happens if you don't finish the thing on Fridays? Do you feel terrible? I'm like, no, you give yourself grace and it goes on the Monday to-do list. There's so much on my Monday to-do list that I thought was going to be done 7 Fridays ago. And anyone relate with this? Anyone relate with this? It's like, that's just real. But what you do is you go, okay, give myself some grace, make sure it shows up again, make sure I try to show up for it again. Every day is a good day to get back at it, get back on the horse, try again, put that thing in play. And when you do that, it's like, it's a really, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it's a beautiful feeling. Now when something, you don't have, or when something you did have, or when something changes, you didn't want it, it's a story of faith. It's a story of, you can sit with it. You can be good with it. You can go, oh, okay, good things. Good things are coming. I love what you just said. Good things are coming. Future holds good things for you guys. And that's so important. You know what? Because when you don't have that, you cheat yourself. You discourage yourself, right? Personal freedom comes from the fact that we get to choose the meaning of everything that goes on in our life. Maybe we don't get to choose the thing. We didn't choose the event, but we get to choose the meaning. And is the meaning of it going to be an encouraging thing to open us up and to strengthen us and make us better and make us better servants? Or is it going to be something we're going to do? That's my reason now to close my heart. We're going to use it as a reason. That's right. I thought the world was crappy. Let me shut down now in my own stuff. And we tell ourselves a story that shuts down our openness, our heart, our soul, our spirit. No one else is forming that story. We're putting it in our own head. And so I feel like it's so important in times of transition, in times of growth, in times of shaking things up in your life, to always remember it's so going to align. It's so going to align. I don't know. So that's good, Jamie. That's so good. You know what? I want to share with you guys, we have a big announcement today. And we do, many of you guys have been, for those who've been with us for a while, you've been hearing a few things. One, like Jamie and I talking about the morning show, it's always like, wow, we're on show 25, 30, 40, 48. We had no idea. Jamie always says better than I. He's like, we didn't even know how to do it technologically. We still don't have it figured out. And last week we were like talking about how we shared with you guys as a community. We never planned to go this far with this many shows. It was, let's get into it. Let's serve. Let's do our magic. Let's just show up and do our thing.
And we were going to announce Growth Day. You're going to announce Growth Day. Like, let's do some morning shows. And then, And now we're 46, show 46 today.
And I will tell you, when we also started it, I don't think Jamie and I had any clue that, well, for me anyway, I didn't know the app wouldn't be out. I mean, the idea was the app was going to be out, and we were building into the app. And we were going to build, a lot of this conversation community with that. I'm sure maybe Jamie knew at that time, but maybe not fully, that she would be on the road for like how many weeks? 4 weeks?
3 weeks
straight
in a hotel,
away from her family, still pulling off the morning show. So cheers to Jamie for all of this timing, for all of you coming together. I know we all look forward to being together as a Growth Day community. And you guys know that happens in so many ways. It happens on my podcast. It happens on our community site for Growth Day, community.growthday.com. We're live twice a week for you guys in Growth Day for those official members. We have 3 podcasts a week on the Brendon Show, 4 posts on the internet every single day on every platform practically. So the Growth Day community is bigger than obviously our show or our efforts or things like that. But I share all that because we've been marching towards so hard, like tirelessly behind the scenes, and sometimes I've kind of referenced it, but not always, is that we have the app coming out. The app is dropping April 15th for you guys. And I have to admit, it is so much work. It is so difficult to achieve what we're trying to do for you. And part of it is going to solve a lot of problems we've had with the morning show, of the sense of, as you know, we're on Instagram right now, but it's not working on Facebook. And that has been a huge part of the struggle. The app solves that. So the app comes out April 15th, and we really want to take the time and the care to make sure we roll it out perfectly for you, while still obviously building Growth Day, building the community and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pause from the morning show, this morning show with Jamie and I, the Instagram part here, until May, so we can roll out the app for you and do that with excellence. We'll still be posting. Obviously, we're here, and the Growth Day community is growing so huge at the community.growthday site. So participate there, chat with us there. We'll still be here, like obviously doing Instagram every single day, Facebook and everything else like that. But we're going to pause the morning show the way we're doing it right now until the app comes out and you have it on your phones and you can access this everywhere and see the replays, because we just have, as we talk about, we've had so many technical issues. I want to do a good job on the technology and make sure it's part of your app experience. And that comes again April 15th. So we'll pause our morning show thing until May 1, but also hugely requested, starting in May, as part of the morning show, we will have the other Growth Day coaches along with the ride for us. So we'll be inviting the, Jenna Kutchers and Mel Robbins and Prince EAs and David Box to jump in with us from time to time. So you actually get to see it. So to produce it and to build it that way, it's just going to take us some time. And so I want to let you know that's the plan so far. And Jamie and I have just poured our heart and soul into you guys, and we will continue to doing that. It'll just be a little bit of a pause. But again, every single day, there's Growth Day content out there to access everywhere. Anyway, we love you guys, and we really, really, really appreciate it. I know Jamie's in her heart too. We don't want you to feel like we're not here for you, because you have 4 posts a day on the internet from us. But also the morning show will be back May 1. I wanted to announce that too today.
Yeah, and I think that I just want to say a couple things of just gratitude, overwhelming gratitude, because when Brendon and I started this, we didn't know if it would make it past day 1, and it almost didn't. It almost didn't. And
we couldn't even get the audio right for like 5 days, guys.
Yeah, it was, and it has just grown to something so special. And I think I want to say thank you to everyone who is part of this with us every single morning and who is starting their mornings this way. I think that it's told us like, oh, this is really needed. This is really needed, right? Because Brendon and I kind of just were like, oh, let's do this fun to kick off Growth Day. Because there was a big announcement, if you guys remember, in the beginning of the year, which was the whole rebrand and the whole launch of everything Brendon's building. And as a friend, I just want to show up and support him and cheer him on. And, me, along with all these other coaches in the Growth Day community, are just so excited for it. And so I was like, oh, let me show up and cheer you on this way. Let's go live in the mornings. And we didn't really know what would happen. And it's just turned into something I think so special. And I know, I think it's told us it's really needed. So I just want to say thank you to all of you guys too for showing up with us here and posting your comments and spreading the word about this morning show. Thank you, by the way, for just spreading the word about Believe It too. When we started this, Brendon, I remember when on one morning show you said, Jamie, Kern, Lima, you're going to be a New York Times bestseller. And I was like, and my whole body, I was like, okay, I've got to figure out how to believe those words he just said. Because I wrote this book called Believe It. I should. Yes, I know. Exactly. And I was like, I've got to believe it. And I remember that moment, right? And now we're 3 weeks into the book launch, and so many of you in the Growth Day community have just been spreading the word. Even if you haven't read it yet, you've been spreading the word, and I see your posts, and I just want to say thank you so much, because I believe, 100% of the proceeds from the book are being donated. I believe the book is truly going to help inspire so many people to just ignite their own light again. And I just want to say thank you for helping me get the word out about the book. That's been amazing. But my real gratitude is just for this shared experience that we've had, 46 days in a row, 46 mornings. And it's just a brief hiatus because, and on the theme of good things are to come, I'm just so excited, Brendon, about what you're building. I think that's why me and so many other of the Growth Day coaches are showing up to just champion it, because it's really special and it's like super, it's never been done before, and I think that it's so powerful. And I know there's a lot of people in the comments crying. It's going to be okay. May 1st. Also we're coming back. And Brendon, can you just share a little bit more? Because a lot of people are saying, is Growth Day on hiatus? No, Growth Day is not on hiatus. Just the morning show part is not, right? Just our live morning show. Yeah. But there's content everywhere else. And can you share a little bit more? Because it's so freaking exciting about what's going on with the app, and also what can people expect inside the app. Because it's never been done before. So I'm super excited about it. Yeah. Well, thank you. And I can't believe we made it over 40 days. What a beautiful thing. And also, it's one of those things. It's like, imagine the Growth Day universe of 1,000 things, and our Instagram going live here with the morning show has been one part of that. But those who have been in the Growth Day community, it's like we go live for an hour and a half twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, in the Growth Day community members area. So it's like, that's where the bulk of our time and energy and focus has been, and building that up with these coaches. And the idea is, I really believe we wanted to bring real diverse perspectives into personal development. And also though, the one thing that this is 20 years I've been doing this every day of my life. And the one distinction I've learned is people need more tools so that they can stay, not just get inspired, not just have a good, morning. It's like they need tools to track, to manage
to stay on their A game. So the app, Growth Day app, which comes out April 15th, which is why we're taking this hiatus to build it and get it released for you guys on time. Here's what it has. It has your daily journaling in it with over 100 different performance prompts. So some of you don't like journaling because when you go to do a journal, you just stare at a blank page and like, I don't know what to do. These have these sentence completion activities where you type it in on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer, on your desktop, and your journal. It's like the best journal in personal development online now and on your phone. But then your habit tracking, your goal setting areas, your ability to learn by our live broadcast will be in the app. Finally, you guys have been asking for that. Our courses will be in the app. You've been asking for that. So this is something we've been building towards for years. And in this next 30 days, it's so critical for us to hit it for you guys that I'm just pouring all my time, attention, heart, and soul in it because I feel like we've always needed that all-in-one personal development platform. And it's never existed. And I thought, why hasn't someone figured it out? Now I know, because it's so expensive and so hard to do. And it's just so difficult, but we've done it. So this year we launched, if you guys have been with us, I know some of you guys are new, I've been seeing in the comments, January and February was all about getting you into Growth Day to serve you with the coaches, which we still do, right? We go live every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific with a new Growth Day coach who just pours their heart into you and then coaches. And it's incredible coaching. So that's already going on. And that's, you're 10,000 members strong from 60 countries around the world. So if you think us stopping the Growth Day morning show is stopping that train, let me tell you, no. We're taking a pause just till May so we can also enroll some of those coaches to join us in the morning activities so that you can meet the other coaches. But also, most importantly, technologically, get it in a place where it's easier for you to access. And, for a lot of people who don't go on Facebook, or when we couldn't broadcast on the Facebook, that's a real thing. And we want to produce a great show for you. We want to produce an experience that is, world-class and available everywhere on phones. And I just have to tell you that's why we're really taking this hiatus until May 1, so we can roll it out and do a great job for you. But your energy and your encouragement, for those who aren't on our community site, you can go to community.growthday.com. That's just a free area to share your personal development journey and story, community.growthday.com. And then again, you can join and become an official member at growthday.com. And so my estimation is easily by the end of the summer, we'll be the world's largest personal development platform, cross-platform app. And then it just keeps going from there with your guys' help and support and cheering us on. And I also want to give a special thanks today to just Jamie, as she's showing up, you see right over her right shoulder every day, like believe it has been part of this morning show story. You got to see us not just launch Growth Day, but equally launch this movement of this message of I really believe this, not only women's empowerment, but Jamie's just true heart and soul of helping you believe more in your dreams when you have doubt, more in who you are when you're unsure, more in your future, and more in your week when you have a bad day. And Jamie's done that while traveling. For those of you who've ever done done live for 4 or 5 days, it's hard when you're traveling. Doing it for 40, which we did not anticipate to do, and we did not anticipate the app to be coming out April 15th. All of this is like, it's been not only a blessing, in some ways, a true serendipitous miracle that we've all come together with this kind of energy, this many days of awesomeness. And I'm just going to echo what Jamie said, more days of awesomeness coming to you May 1st as well.
Yeah, so many more days. So I see a lot of comments too saying, where can I get the materials on Growth Day? This is my first time. So a lot of people just joining our morning show this week, which is super cool. So growthday.com is the best place, right? Growthday.com to get all the info on everything coming out. Sign up there and you get info on when the app is, like all the stuff, when the app drops, who all the coaches are. Really quick, Brendon, too, I don't know if you have time to do this. Can you just share a little bit too about how freaking awesome each one of the coaches is? Like I know I've said this before, but these are like people that, and I feel so blessed at this point in my life to be able to, I've met so many amazing people, but some of your Growth Day coaches are the people I go to for like when I need,
Ditto.
and they're just amazing. And can you just share, because we seem to have a lot of new people too, which is awesome. But just the diverse voices and experiences of your coaches. It's phenomenal that they're all coming. They're people with huge things on their own, and they're all coming together. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm just excited.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. For those who are new, think of Growth Day before as we're at now. It's kind of like if think about Masterclass. Like you all know Masterclass is these online courses, right? And I've done online courses before. But imagine if Masterclass, instead of having their teachers, do online courses, imagine if they were all personal development and wellness experts. And instead of courses, they went live for you. So there was fun interaction and you could chat and ask questions and get coached. And that happened every week for you. And there was a live community and tools built all around it, right? If behavior change matters, it has to be live and interactive. And there has to be tools and community. It has to be live. It has to be interactive. It has to have tools. It has to have community. That's what Growth Day is and what we've been building towards. So I'm so pumped about it. But part of that is obviously having great coaches come in. These are people who charge literally $50,000 for an hour speech. They're actually interacting and coaching with you for an hour, and it's every single dang week. And that's the power of Growth Day. And it's for less than $1 a day for those who are wondering. It's less than $1 a day. You're getting people who usually charge 50 grand for 1 hour. You get them all year. So I just felt like we could really bring this to people. And for those who haven't seen, now on Growth Day, as of, I think this morning at 8 a.m., you can now make monthly payments too for those who really just want, like, go in, test us out, try it. If you don't love us, cancel anytime. But we've got like your brain coaches in there. I saw someone giving a shout out to Dr. Daniel Amen is in there. Natalie just told me it's 82 cents a day. Just go to growthday.com. Here, I'll pin it because people are asking for those who are new. But it's just an awesome community. I think that's the most important part about it is the energy that we put and that we bring every single day in here with our coaches. So thank you for asking me that, Jamie, because I think that's a big piece about it is just we've got the world's best coaches. That's the major difference. That's the major difference.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, so many of the coaches too, more than $50,000 an hour, because I see the speaking offers come in from all these companies too. And a lot of in the speaking world, which is kind of new to me. I do stuff where I feel serve. And then I just donate all the money. But anyways, my husband's like, what are you doing? Anyways, separate from me, I see these big speaking things come in, and Mel Robbins, and she'd be fine with me sharing this. She's like the highest paid female and #1 female speaker in the world. Like the Fortune 500 companies that book her, the amount of money she charges for 1 hour, and it's so worth it because people get so much value out of it. I love this idea so much because what you're doing inside Growth Day, like for people spending less than $1 a day, they get Mel Robbins live, like not on a tape somewhere they get to watch, but literally to be able to interact with her. I just think it's so brilliant. And
thank you.
And just like everything that you're doing in terms of the accessibility of the best people in the world is just really powerful. I'm so excited. And then the app, and
yes, I've seen questions about the app.
Yes.
Everyone who joins Growth Day becomes an official member. So you can go to growthday.com. When the app comes out April 15th, you get it free with your membership. So when you go become a member right now, you're going to get the app for free when we drop it April 15th. At whatever level you join, the app will unlock at that level on April 15th. So it's like unbelievable. It's personal development every single week from the world's best people. So we've been talking a lot about it in the morning show for those who are new. For those who are just joining us, our big announcement today is the morning show will be back May 1st, so that in April we can get our Growth Day community onto the app, and that we can come back on April 1st across multi-platform, so you can actually see the morning show more consistently across devices when we don't make it on Facebook and other things, as you've seen our technical issues happen before.
I love that you brought up that the app is free with membership, because I didn't even think about that part of it, but that's a really big deal too, because a lot of times people will charge a whole separate thing for the app for monthly and stuff like that, but it's free. Okay, most important question.
We gotta
will
go.
The app will the app look like this on someone's phone?
Yes, it does. Yes! It will look exactly like that. That's the logo. When we founded Growth Day, it was like, okay, it's the morning, right? It's a renewal, it's hope, it's inspiration, it's a new day, baby. And then the to-do list. You have things to do. Let's go.
Let's go.
So my challenge and my work for you guys is I have to make this happen for you. So We'll be on a hiatus until May 1st, but April 15th, that app drops. It's for Growth Day members only. So make sure you go sign up at growthday.com. I think you're going to absolutely love it. It's going to be awesome. And there will be a trial component for those who are joining on April 15th as well. So I just want to thank everybody for your energy and spirit. As you all know, I have been here for you every single day since 2007. I've created 4 posts for you on the internet. Every day since 2007, never missed. So if you all think, oh, Brendon's going away, I'm like, every day since 2007, this has been part of my purpose in my life and my full-time career. So I'm not going anywhere. You'll still access me on Facebook and Instagram. Same with Jamie. You all can also, if you ever like, I just need some Brendon, go listen to the Brendon Show podcast. It's anywhere you listen to your podcasts. We drop 3 shows a week on the Brendon Show. And then of course, some of you guys watch our YouTube channels as well. And there are, thousands of hours of fire there. So I just want to let you know, we're excited to continue with this conversation over on community.growthday.com or for our Growth Day members. So thank you for being part of the Growth Day community. For those who love the morning show, we'll start the morning show back up May 1st, and I can't wait to see you then.
This can be your day for personal growth. This can be that day you committed to and you remember and you go, that was the day I got myself a community. I got better coaches. I committed to making my life the absolute best that I could. This is that day. Make today your growth day. Click the button on this page and sign up right now.